Shoo. This goes here. And that goes there. And good golly, Miss Molly, it's been an entire hour-ish. Ah, there you guys are. Nobody panic, the peanut gallery has arrived. Well, good, because it's getting very toasty in here. How do I sound? Can you hear the game? My nose is weird and dry. Yay. Okay, let me say bye-bye to Chew. Chew. No. Chew. I gotta stream them. I am getting so sick. So sick of loud motorcycles. Okay. Motorcycles! Fucking loud ass motorcycles. Ponies. One of them just ripped by like vroom! Alright, this is gonna be kind of a short session tonight. We're only gonna go till 9 o'clock for me. Because it's very hot in here, so. Oh no, wait, no, 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 no. Thurp, 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 thurp. I am not going to eat the fucking motorcycle. Oh, that's interesting. Yes, yes I do. Fix that. Warfare on motorcycles! Okay. So, we last left off with inviting Rio to come with us. So do we believe in her? Or do we better not let down our guard? Last time on whatever the fuck this is, shit happened! And it took way too long! Da 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 da! Ah! Oh no. Help, I've spat on everything. Oh no, it's so sticky. No. Crud. I need 1,000 towels. Alright. Do we believe in our mysterious companion? Or do we keep our guard up? There's, let's see here. Okay, there's Star, Luke, Chad, and Davey. So, 4 people can vote, but the first thing to get 2 votes is the winner. So, Chad says, trust nobody. What do the rest of you say? I don't eat people, Davey. I've told you this. I don't eat people. I don't know where they've been. Come on, decide fast, people. We have limited time tonight. I'm already frying alive here. I'm going to be really weird tonight because it's genuinely hot in here. Oh, I hate the weather. Of course, this had to happen when it was my turn to stream. Damn right this is Australia. Wait, are you required to vote in Australia? Is that a thing? You're required to vote? Where's my water bottle? There it is. How about that? Well, we need to vote. It's officially against the law to sit there not voting, so vote! We only have one vote and it's Chad's! We need either one more vote for Don't Let Your Guard Down or 2 votes for I'll Believe. Vote like motherfuckers! We only have so long, it's already been 15 minutes! And half of that was just sitting here, and why am I doing the double dicks gesture? Star, we're voting whether or not we believe in the mysterious girl named Rio with the silver ponytails. Okay, we believe! But I felt like trusting her nonetheless. She was a bit weird, but she didn't seem like a bad person. For starters, how about we go back downstairs? Together with Camilla this time. Yeah, I think we should reconfirm what we already know and make a concrete plan of how to continue from now on. Yeah, let's do that. Camilla? Is it okay if you act with us from now on? I will explain this to you later, Luke. Right now it is game time. Huh?
She's so cute and mysterious and cute.
It seemed like that wasn't in her plan, given the surprised look she gave me. Regardless of whether what you told us is true, we should all act together. I'd like you to join us in our discussion. Or is there something that's stopping you from doing that? She muttered that wasn't the case, but contrary to her words, she broke our gaze in a most certainly troubled fashion. Ow! My neck. I turned my head and it went, ah! Ooh! I cracked it and now it feels better. My spine is tingling. That's actually, my arm's been tingling for a week. I should get that looked at. You seem to know the most about this situation, the verity of your information aside. You sure are persistent on that point, Yasunari. I don't believe in the occult. I told you to muster more passion, man. Actually, the fact you're taking this so well is occult enough for me. He'd always seemed like a laid-back guy, but I didn't expect him to keep that attitude in a situation like this. All right, I'll participate in your discussion. As I was busy psychoanalyzing Isuki, Kamiya finally seemed to have finally reached a decision. That'll help a lot. Thanks.
Is it all decided? Well then, let's go!
Sumika's cheerful voice acting as our cue, we began to leave the roof. Yasunari. But before I could take a step, Isuki stopped me again. What? That story was pretty interesting, you know. What are you talking about? Kamiya said something about being killed by an inexplicable mystery. But she didn't deny the possibility of it being a man-made murder. Now that I thought about it, she was really into that whole Seven Mysteries thing. But then she also agreed that us being assaulted by someone was probably related to her theory of us getting killed. I hope she isn't thinking about ghosts or something. I see, but I wonder what those ghosts would have against us. I think Sumika would appreciate your theories more than me. And you don't need to tell me about passion again, okay? I'm keeping my pants on. Ah, you took the words right out of my mouth. I began walking, our conversation ended. It didn't matter whether it was a person or a ghost trying to kill us. We had to figure out how to get out of this situation alive. From now on, I would base my decisions on that objective alone. Pull my blanket down a little so my legs stop sticking to things. I have a blanket on my chair. Pants on, dicks in. I'm forcibly ejected from the murder mystery. We returned to the confines of the building, and since it wasn't occupied, we borrowed the closest classroom for our discussion. That's a really wonky looking blackboard. The sheer emptiness and silence of the room momentarily made me feel like I had wandered into some alternate dimension. What? No, I was doing a silly voice. You don't sound like that. I can't remember what you sound like right now. I don't have a good memory for voices. Like, I recognize people's voices when I hear them, but when I think about those people, everybody just kind of ends up sounding the same. Yes, I need to hear your voice. It is comforting. I know I like your voice, even when I can't remember what it sounds like. Ah! Sumika, who found herself a chair and sat down, suddenly let out a gasp as if having remembered something. What? She started talking about all those interesting things, so I totally forgot. Come here, my name is Sumika. Shibaya Sumika. Oh, so she just wanted to introduce herself. Right. No one besides Komiya and myself had the chance to introduce themselves. Okay, Sumika.
Ah, they're so cute! They're so cute! They're so cute! They should go to hell and die! They're so cute!
Ah, my name is Sakura Ayana. Komiya gave Ayana a long and hard look, full of semen. She did that on the roof, too, now I think about it. But what? Ayana shot Komiya a confused look. It's nothing. After that reaction, suspicious to say the least, she looked away. You are an odd one, aren't you? I'm sorry. You don't need to apologize. Let's be friends, okay? Okay. After that, Isuki introduced himself, too. Ah, oh no, my nose. Hang on a second. Ow. Ugh. Warning, I'm about to blow my nose. Ow. Ugh. I snorted a nose hair. And it tickled horribly. I narrowly avoided sneezing. Okay, we're good. I gave Komiya's calm but useful face another look and started wondering about one other thing that bothered me a little. I haven't even seen you in school before, Komiya. What year are you? Yes, my nose makes terrible noises. Second. That was the same as mine. Could it be you were sick or something until today, or are you a transfer student? Were you just looking around school when I saw you in the inner yard the other day? Yes, I was supposed to start attending tomorrow. Ah, so that means you snuck onto school grounds today. I was curious about the festival. I see. Outsiders couldn't participate in the festival. It was an event exclusive to the students of our school. Well, I guess nobody would notice if she was wearing her uniform. Yes, they fucking would! She has silver hair! Although if anybody asked, she could say that it was her first day at school. And that she properly started classes the next day. That explained her absence during the speech, too. Yeah! Sumika, who was silent up till now, suddenly let out another gasp. I up and called you Komiya and all without thinking, but you are an upperclassman! I'm sorry, Komiya-senpai! You sure care about these things. Wait, what? You went from light red to pinkish red. Interesting. You can call me however you want. Alright, Komi. Oh dear. Oh no. Oh no, that's a cute face. Oh no, that's a cute face. Oh, sorry. Ugh. I had no words. By the way, do you like sweet things, Ryo-senpai? I love tiramisu cake. And behold your redeeming feature. I motherfucking love me some tiramisu. I will shovel that into my face forever. I don't care how sick it makes me. I don't care how much ass I blow. I will eat tiramisu until I die from it. So you're gonna address her properly after all.
Of course I will. Do you think I've got no manners? I like
milk crepes. I still don't know what milk crepes are. She didn't seem used to answering these kinds of questions. Are you talking about what type of confectionery we like? I personally prefer Japanese sweets. Well, that's an awfully large category. I love them too. Now I feel hungry. The girl's talk escalated before I knew it. Oh! I just realized this game's cast is mostly female. 3 girls, 2 boys. Huh. It pleases me. Though I guess that was all for the better, as it helped Komiya, who was looking pretty uncomfortable, to get the feel of our group. Komiya is pretty mysterious, isn't she? Izuki quietly addressed me as the girls were busy with their own topics. Yeah, I can't disagree with that. She fits to this situation almost too perfectly. I was hoping for something exactly like this. You are so fucking suspicious. I'm gonna check the mixer really quick. I'm gonna turn this up just a little. There. Because it's hot in here and it's hard for me to speak up, so... You really should start treating this more seriously. I guess his laid-back attitude was still better than panic, but... I mean, it seemed like our lives were in danger and all. So I guess... So, Iguchi-senpai! When are we gonna start figuring things out? Yes, I can't hear you. It's too hot in here. Actually, it does affect my hearing somewhat. My ears are, You know how tinnitus sounds like a ringing noise? And it kind of overlaps with what you hear, but if you're listening to something loud enough, you stop hearing it? Right now, everything feels... The way I hear it is vaguely fuzzier than normal. Like I'm listening to a radio that's just a little bit off tune. And there's that faint that shouldn't be there. It's almost not a noise, but a feeling when my ears hear. It's weird, annoying, and it screws up the way everything sounds. I hate it. She made it sound as though it was my fault we had digressed. You are the one who started talking about cakes. Anyway, Komiya, do you have even the smallest idea of what we should do to turn this around? I think we should find the one responsible for imprisoning us here first. Seemed like she didn't have that much more of an idea than us. Then for starters, do you think we should look around the rooms to see if there's no one else hiding here? And also check if there aren't any windows that would open while we're at it? Yes. What will you do if we don't find anything? I'll just break one of the windows then. Just how much do you love breaking things, Senpai? Look! We are trapped in a building. We appear to have been supernaturally kidnapped. Breaking a window is the least of our problems. Because if it gets dark, we will die. I don't want to die. I want to live. I have bitches to fuck and cake to eat and dogs to pet. I don't have time for this shit. Okay? Okay. More than you can guess. Ah! You can trust me to... I said that wrong. Alright, you can trust me to have your back, bro. Yeesh. Ayana let out an exasperated sigh in response to our conversation. We're starting with this floor, right? How are the windows looking? Sumika and Isuki moved to check the windows. I tried opening one myself, but it was no good. Next classroom. You check the corridors, Orimoto-senpai. Your wish is my command. Let's go, Ayana. Okay. Davy, I think you're missing a word there. Ayana left the classroom ahead of me. Yasunari? Oh no, I'm yawning. Oh dear. I didn't expect her to just call me by my first name like that. So I turned to her, momentarily at a loss for what to do. There should be a comma there. Is something wrong? No, I was just a bit surprised to be called so familiarly. I shouldn't call you that? No, it's perfectly alright. Anyway, Yasunari, if you had a chance to forget bad and scary memories, would you take it? Oh, senpai. Wait a minute. And then I sat on Davy for making that horrible, horrible pun. Oh, that is... Oh, I'm ashamed to know you. I am ashamed to know you. That is... I am ashamed! Shameful me! Ah, my hair is still wet. It's dripping. Oh no. No, don't, no, no. Ugh. Oh, that's a nasty feeling. If you had a chance to forget bad and scary memories, would you take it? What? That sure came out of nowhere. I just felt like hearing your opinion. Really? I considered my answer for a moment. Would I want to forget bad and scary memories? I don't think I'd like that very much. What if they were something that'd follow you for the rest of your life? Maybe even make you want to kill yourself. When you put it like that, well, I don't know anymore. Ooh. I see. For some reason, she seemed disappointed. I'm sorry, I guess that wasn't the right answer, was it? No, that's a pretty good answer. I mean, forgetting the horrible trauma of watching someone die is something I'd like to forget, but I don't want to forget my mistakes. Like, I am my mistakes. I am my triumphs. I am all of my successes and failures. I am the result of all those things. But I am not the result of what I have witnessed. If I walk down the street, if I'm that poor, you know, in mystery shows and shit, it's always that poor jogger who gets up early in the morning, they're trying to stay fit, they jog down the trail, and some fucking zombie or dead thing wanders out of the woods and dies in front of them, and they're like, ah! And then the theme song plays. And it's like, it's always that poor jogger. I don't want to be that jogger, and if I was that jogger, I would want to forget that experience. That has nothing to do with me, I just encountered something. But I'm not going to forget my failures. They make me it's part of who I am. Without them, how do I ever learn anything? Sorry, I feel very strongly about that subject. And then an I-beam landed on Davy. I really just wanted to hear your opinion, that's all. You've got nothing to apologize for. Well, Chad, don't you watch CSI? It's always the jogger who finds the body. It's always a jogger, or someone walking their dog, or some guy goes surfing and he gets to the beach and he starts putting on sunscreen and a body washes up on shore. And he's like, ah, it's a dead body! And then the theme opens. I mean, the cold open is over and the theme plays, and Horatio makes a weird joke, and whatever, and just joggers and surfers and people who are just trying to stay fit, and they keep tripping over dead bodies. It's very unfair. That was what she said, but she couldn't hide the almost palpable disappointment emanating from all her features. How the fuck have you avoided watching CSI? Do you watch NCIS? Excuse me. Are you more of the bravado type yourself? I tried to soften the mood with a light joke. I don't do bravado. I just have a strong will. Well, there goes another fucking motorcycle. That's quite a thing to say about yourself. Hey, CSI is fun! They're great. I love those characters. Komiya gave me an indignant look. She looked so childish at that moment I couldn't contain a smile. Now that I looked at her again, she did look younger than her age, not to mention her height and other attributes. Are you commenting on her boobies? Are you thinking about her boobies? Yes, they are very small. They'll probably get bigger someday. You were thinking something rude about me just now. Huh? You're imagining things. I was momentarily taken aback. Well, they're not children anymore. They're preteens or teenagers. At the let's see. They're guessing by their ages. They're probably in middle school. So they're probably between like 12 and 14. Something like that. Yeah, something like 12 to 14. So she's probably like 12 or something. I was momentarily taken aback. She was quite perceptive. Damn. What are you two doing there? Ah! Yes, they are all young enough for Tara to call them fucking fetuses. And none of you, not even you, and not Sumika with her giant fun bags, should be watching Radio Dead Air. No. No. Wipe that look off your face. No. The puppy dog eyes will not work. You are not allowed to watch the show. I guess Ayana got worried about us not showing up for this long. Sumika and Orimoto are both waiting for you. Ah, okay. Anyway, we've got to concentrate on doing something about this messed up situation for now. Kumi and I left the room to join the others. Yeesh. 500 episodes of Case Closed. Oh, Detective Conan. Oh, that's a weird series. That's a weird series. You know, I read this series called Aunt Dimity. I don't know when the last book came out, but... And this is technically a spoiler for one of the books, but in the Aunt Dimity series, there are 2 deaths that are directly a cause of the story. Neither of them are murders. There are, in fact, no murders in this book series. Not a single one. It's all perfectly mysterious. It's all very well written, but there's not a single murder. Just mysterious deaths. I love it.
None of these stupid windows open! Ah!
Sumika was at the end of her patience. Gusa-senpai! Now's the time to break them! Now's the time to run wild and celebrate our youth! Somebody's going mad with power. We only checked the first floor so far. Why did you go to the first floor? You were on the roof! Why didn't you check the... whatever the top floor is and work your way down from there? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But seriously, I don't think there's much point to expect anything from the other floors at this rate. Why? I mean, they aren't locked, they just don't open. Itsuki tapped the window glass with his finger. That was true. None of the windows, both in classrooms and the corridor, would open, despite quite obviously not being locked. In that case, I guess it's time we try breaking them. Ah? Isn't that dangerous, Yasunari? I get the feeling they won't break anyway. I took the closest chair in my hands. But I'd still appreciate it if you moved aside, okay? Everyone took some distance from me. With that, I moved the nearby desk aside, and with ample space to make wide movements, I took a few steps away from the window. Then I lifted the chair above my right shoulder and smashed it against the window with all my might! And then All Might showed up outside the window and invited me to the academy. And that's how I became a superhero. Da-da-da-da-da-da! Yeah! Ah! Oh, that sound effect sounds so weird. The sound I heard didn't make sense whatsoever. It was as though I'd hit a thick wall instead of window glass. The chair was knocked clean out of my hands. Huh? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh no. Okay. I almost sneezed. Oh, my nose is doing that thing it does after you're gonna sneeze and you don't sneeze. And my eyeballs feel like they're inflating. Ooh, that's a weird feeling. Huh? Yasunari? I gotta let out a surprised voice. Oh, I want to punch whoever translated or produced this or something. You need a better editor. Exclamation! I tried knocking against the window with the back of my hand, and it was not the dull sound of a thick wall, but the clear clang of glass that reached me this time instead. Yasunari... Luke, you're a mutant. To end all mutants. You should be an X-Man. You are such a mutant. You You are spiders, George. You are an outlier and should not be counted. Yasunari, give me that chair. Here. I hand it over to Isuki. Give me some space. Now it was my turn to move aside. Ah! The sound rang louder in Itsuki's case, but the result was the same. Let me try too. It was Kumiya who wanted to try next. Well, that's obvious. Are you sure? This requires quite a bit of strength, you know. It's alright. I'll cover up for what I don't have with spirit. Please tell me you're not serious. Anyway, please just give up before we end up with actual casualties. These things don't break for real. Fine. Komiya gave up to all our relief. So it's like literally impossible to leave through the windows? There is still a possibility that one of them could open or break. Given how many windows there were in the school in total, I was feeling confident I'd die from exhaustion before I could try breaking them all. I mean, it already didn't make sense for them not to open when they weren't even locked. If it was just one window, it could still be jammed in some fashion. But what would you have to do to make all the windows in the school like that? Actually, what were they if not stuck then? I guess something paranormal is going on in here after all. Izuki, it should say announced that or something. Oh no, Luke is the anti-Pam. 7 Mysteries theory is getting more convincing by the minute! Ah! Achoo! Even I had to admit there was something abnormal about this. What do you think is going on, Komiya? Huh? Komiya seemed taken off guard by Isuki's sudden question. I thought you were looking for a way to turn the situation around. His tone was genuinely good-humored, but at the same time it carried an odd sense of pressure. Komiya, seemingly unable to come up with an answer right away, remained silent, her eyes lost in thought. Morimoto, it's not very nice to phrase your question like that. Ayana tried salvaging the situation. Oh! Oh, yay! Yay for Luke! Yay! So what? We're going to play puzzles and... No. No! Teenagers shouldn't be fucking! Abra, go the fuck away! Go home! Go home and put pants on and sit in the corner and think about what you did. And not in a sexy way! I'm sorry, I can't help teasing girls sometimes. Especially when they're that cute. Yes, you fucking can. I'm real sorry. Don't glare at me like that. Oh, she can glare at you all she wants. So, what are we gonna do? We're at a dead end, the way I see it. Huh? Isn't that the sound of the last bell? Yeah. It's already the time we should be heading home. Anyway, there's no point in sitting here. So how about we try walking around a little? I agree. We all left the classroom together. Huh? What is it, Ayana? Ayana looked into the distance as if having noticed something there. I thought I saw something, but maybe I was just imagining things. Are you sure? If that wasn't just her imagination, that would mean we might be ignoring a vital clue right in front of our noses. It might look completely desolate. That didn't mean someone else couldn't still be hiding in this place. My nose is running down my throat and it's making it hard to talk. Ayana seemed to be bothered too, her face anxious as ever. That's better. Maybe we should check just in case. Where did you see it? I took a step toward Ayana was looking just then. It was around the girls' bathroom. Ah, I see. Hey, Gusta-senpai, do you like hanging around girls' bathrooms or something? You should gave me a shocker when you barged in that time. Eh? Something like that happened? It was only because you were squealing like a stuck pig! She made it sound like I was some sort of pervert. But I didn't go inside because I wanted to. Yeesh. I was gurgling. I gargled some water because my nose is running down my throat and making it sticky. I was gargling the stickiness loose so I can speak clearly. And how about the three of us check it out then? Sumika ignored me completely. I'd get back at her one day. Kumiya made a small nod. But Ayana seemed hesitant.
Senpai, if you're scared, you can wait with the guys. I'll just give the place a quick look-see with Rio Senpai.
No, I'll go too. I'd rather confirm it's safe with my own eyes.
Is that so? Then let's go. You guys can do the sentry thing if you want.
Yeah, be careful in there.
Good luck.
Seen off by Yusuki's smile, the girls disappeared into the bathroom. Chad. I readied myself just in case something unexpected happened. I gave Yusuke a quick glance, only to realize the smile he wore had vanished clear off of his face. Yasunari. What? A serious question. Where and how exactly did you meet Shibaya? I didn't expect that question, but it was an obvious one to make. I don't remember that well. You realize that doesn't make sense, right? What if she just up and appeared here? Appeared? This very space is already a part of the Seven Mysteries. And she could be a whole part of the whole thing, too. I couldn't help giving him a disbelieving look. You like a cult too much, you know that? You know, Yasunari. Not minding my look in the slightest, Isuki continued, only a slight smile creeping onto his serious face. I enrolled into this school because I was curious about its mysteries. I've heard about cases like that. This school isn't normal. And how is that? Miniature Garden is not a metaphor or anything. It's really an isolated place. Perhaps you could go so far as to call it a prison. What? Why? Disappearances on the Miniature Festival. Dead bodies turning up the next day. Students getting trapped in the twilight hour. Don't you think it sounds a lot like our situation, Yasunari? And there are even more rumors floating around. The school sports way more of them than normal. Did you know? There are so many weird rumors about our festival that people outside call it the Cursed Festival. I got more and more anxious with his every word. There was an odd air about him as he continued to talk. Or maybe he was just good at telling things. His story, as unlike myself as it was, completely overwhelmed me. I think someone will definitely die today. How can you... No! Well, oh, wait. No! Ah! Oh, no! It was Ayana's voice. The next moment, Ayana dashed out of the girls' bathroom, looking completely out of it. She actually ran in the direction opposite of us. Wait! Ayana! Next, Kumiya appeared at the doorway and went after her. Ayana? I followed after them. Ah! Igusa-senpai! And I almost crashed into Sumika, who was the last to appear. What the hell happened? I'm not sure. She seemed to be confused, too. Yasunari, I'll go after them. Ah, thanks. I tried giving the girls' bathroom a look, but it looked pretty normal. I doubt there had been anyone besides those three inside. Can you explain to me what happened? Okay. Isuki went after Ayana and Kumiya. I was worried, but he should manage, all right. I entered the classroom and had the seemingly still confused Sumika sit at one of the vacant chairs. So what happened? Well, I really don't understand. Ayana suddenly looked at me and made a real scared face. A scared face? She was looking at you? Yeah. Well, who wants to stand around a girl's bathroom? It's a bathroom. What the hell? She wasn't the type to joke around at a time like this, at least. You didn't do anything unusual before that happened. No, nothing comes to mind, at least. Just... Rio-senpai... Did she do something? She kind of pulled out a knife on us suddenly. Huh? I couldn't help letting out a weird noise. Yes, this is recorded. Anybody who looks close enough can see what you're saying. A knife? But she wasn't like... trying to attack us or anything. I think it was because of the little joke I tried pulling on her. I should have known you were to blame. I'm sorry. Still, pulling out a knife was a bit out there, wasn't it? Actually, why'd she even have a knife? And there was one more thing. Sumika, I'm still not seeing what happened. Komiya pulled out a knife, but Ayana ran away after looking at you? That doesn't make sense. I'm sorry, but that's really all that happened. I couldn't make heads or tails of this crap. I guess there was nothing to do but ask Ayana herself. Okay. Alright, let's look for Ayana now. Are you, okay meeting her and all? I am okay at least. Okay, let's go then. We left the classroom and continued in the direction Ayana had run. I checked my phone just in case, but it still had no signal. It's so inconvenient when you can't use the phone. I wonder where Itsuki is. Ah! Igusa-senpai, look! I followed Sumika's finger. There, at the base of the stairs, I spotted the crouching Ayana and Itsuki trying to calm her down. I couldn't see Komiya anywhere. Itsuki! Ah, thank God. Ayana seems okay. I see. I continued down the stairs toward the two, but Sumika stayed behind. Probably because, as she said, Ayana threw a fit right after looking at her. Ayana, are you alright? Yeah, I'm sorry. All I'm doing is causing everyone trouble today. Don't worry about it. We're all friends here. I'm sorry, Sumika. She addressed Sumika, who still lingered on the stairs with a worried expression. It's fine. I'm totally okay. She answered Ayana with a smile. With that, Ayana suddenly started ascending the stairs toward her. Huh? What's going on? Yeah? Ayana suddenly embraced Sumika. I continued gazing at the two in confusion. Okay, it's alright. Ayana said that as though confirming something. Sumika, on the other hand, seemed completely bewildered. It's alright. I felt the scene prod something in the back of my mind. Right, this was a very old memory of mine. From back when I was very little, just an innocent child. Someone embraced me with comforting words on their lips. But I just couldn't remember who it was. Yasunari, I totally understand it's easy to get oneself lost in a scene of such beauty, but I'd appreciate your presence here. Huh? Itsuki's voice brought me back to reality. No, she was totally wearing clothes. Actually, I'm guessing by the hair, that might have been Ayana's mom. Because he's known Ayana for, like, practically their whole lives, and that kind of looked like her. Well, I did! Oh. Can't replay the scene, damn it. I wasn't lost in anything. I knew you were a pervert, Igusa-senpai! Sumika and Ayana seemed to separate before I knew it, and were now looking down on me from the top of the stairs. You have a problem with me or what? Ayana, can you tell us what happened exactly? Oh, sorry, Star. Don't worry, there'll be the recording. Yeah, but where's Rio? By the time I caught up, she was nowhere in sight. I'm sorry. Did something happen during their chase? You seem like you could use some rest, Ayana. I'm fine. You do look pretty pale, though. I could read the obvious exhaustion written all over her face. She was running all around the place just moments ago. I guess we shouldn't push her too hard. It's okay. I'm gonna look for Komiya in the meantime. But it's alright. I'm not gonna go anywhere far. You should use the chance to take a breather with Yasunari. Then I'll go with you. Sumika volunteered for the search. I wonder if she did that to make Ayana feel less anxious. Yeah. Hi, future Angie! Look what goobers we are! Yay! I wonder if she did that to make Ayana feel less anxious. Oh? I guess means we'll be splitting into two... I guess that means we'll be splitting into two groups for a little while. No, she didn't answer us. If someone comes after us, I'm gonna scream so loud the windows might actually break this time. Please don't. We would all go deaf. I'll leave you to that then. Itsuki, you better prepare some earplugs. I bet the culprit would lose consciousness too if she screamed that loud. Yeah. I feel like my honor as a maiden has been sullied somehow. No. And with such jokes, Isuki and Sumika left. Anna and I sat down on the stairs. It didn't seem like the sun had fallen yet. How long was this evening going to last, anyway? Well, the rumor does call it Trapped in the Twilight Hour, so... I suddenly heard Ayana heave a sigh next to me. Tired? I'm sorry. To tell the truth, yeah, a little. Well, we've got no idea what's going on and all. All the students beside us disappear, and this evening glow seemed as though it would last forever. We found out our lives might be in danger and we can't leave the school. We don't even know if we will ever see our homes again. I guess I was the weird one for being able to take this in relatively calmly. Yasunari? Earlier I felt like I remembered a bit of my past. Yeah? Yeah, when I ran away I was really scared. What on earth did you remember? There was a part of her childhood that was gone clear from her memories as far as I knew. I didn't know what kind of events she'd forgotten either. You don't know the details about how my father and mother died, right? Yeah, I only heard they were involved in an accident of some kind. They were gone before I realized it. Yeah. This was not the first time she told me that. Ayana had lost the memories around the period her parents passed away. And as she puts it, by the time she came to, they were simply no longer around, as though they'd suddenly disappeared. The relatives with whom she was living at the time told her that her parents had passed away in an accident, the same as what I had heard. But I had heard Ayana say something peculiar a few times since then, that she didn't believe it was just an accident. That she felt like everyone was hiding something from her. No, Ayana's the only one with amnesia. Like, proper, acknowledged amnesia. And so among the memories I just recalled, yeah? Mom and Dad were lying in a pool of blood right in front of me. Her voice was devoid of emotion. I was crying from fear, but I wasn't scared because Mom and Dad died. Ayana? Realizing she was acting kind of strange, I glanced at her face. Ugh. It was as though her eyes were gazing into nothingness. I think I just understood what it was. It was a fear of having killed someone. I think I got scared of what I'd done after seeing them all bloody and unmoving. Hey, she clutched her head and crouched down. The first time I was seeing her like this. Hey, Yasunari, don't you know the truth? Didn't I kill my mom and dad? Everyone knows it. But you're just hiding from it, right? Hey, did you know? You did! Didn't you? Ayana! I seized her shoulders. Calm down! What has gotten into you all of a sudden? I mean, that's just a whole load of nonsense. What the hell are you even talking about? How could you kill them? How old were you back then? All I was told was that it was an accident. I'm not lying. And your relatives probably couldn't tell you the details because you were so little at the time. You really think so? I very damn well do. If you want, I can ask my aunt later. If we came back from this shit show alive. Yeah, I'm sorry. I was acting weird, wasn't I? And I'd like to draw all your attention to the fact that there is now a weird, misty, foggy walls or molding border. Weird, moldy walls. I was acting weird, wasn't I? This situation is just getting to your head. Let's think about something fun instead. Yeah. And the border's gone. Anna let out a deep breath as I let her go. Something fun, something fun. Do you like stand-up comedy? What? Do you prefer George Carlin or Eddie Izzard? Eddie! But also Gabriel Iglesias. I don't know about them to make such a choice. Ayana, while still trying a bit too hard, was slowly returning to her usual self. Even though I was thoroughly relieved by that fact, I also thought back on her sudden change just then. I wanted to ask her whether nothing really happened in the bathroom. The Japanese love many strange things. Many strange things. But I wasn't sure if I could when she was acting so unstable. It was the first time I ever saw her go all weird like that. But it made me recall a memory of my own. Just as she suddenly realized her parents were gone, she suddenly became afraid of her favorite doll. It was the first present she received from her parents, and she always treasured it as her most prized possession. But one day she just suddenly threw it away. No, not the used panties! That's just perverts. What I mean is, they love weird things that you wouldn't expect their culture to enjoy, but then you look deeper and you're like, oh, I guess that does make sense. You just need the context for it. And like, Eddie Izzard is like the world's most famous cross-dresser. Well, they're not women's clothes, they're his clothes. He bought them. He's wearing them. They're his clothes. Yeah, like how Hasselhoff is big in Germany. It could very well be that George Carlin and Eddie Izzard are just really big in Japan for some reason. I thought it was a bit strange at the time, but it was right after her parents' death and it was too little to pay it that much attention. But now that I thought about it, that event was probably tied to her fit just now. Well, I guess I couldn't blame her for becoming a bit mental in this kind of situation. Anyway, I had to remember to keep my cool for us both. After all, ever since the day her parents disappeared, it was me she was relying on the most. Ryo-senpai! Ryo-senpai! Komi! She's nowhere to be found. I don't think she's here. Where do you think we should go next? What? Huh? Orimoto-senpai? Oh, we got separated! Dun dun dun! Oh, it's Ryo time! It seems I was off the mark in the end. I was pretty sure there was something in the old principal's office. Still, I found something on the way that might have something to do with the 7 mysteries. I was curious, but I had a more important goal right now. I better hide it for now. I unzipped the back of my bag that was designed as a plush toy and shoved the torn piece of paper I'd found inside. It's that fucking doll! What a cute thing. Okay, now is not the time for that. There had to be something in this old part of the school. They had to left something behind. This year it was my turn. I would put an end to this miniature festival, to this nonsense. It didn't seem like there was anything useful here. Well, I found one drawer that I couldn't open, but there was nothing I could do without a key. I wonder where I should go next. Separated from the group without telling anyone anything. Yasunari and everyone are probably worried. I wonder if Anyana was alright. Isuki caught up to her, so I figured I wouldn't be needed. I wonder if I am a cruel person. But this was all for her sake, too. The situation was growing worse, I could tell that much, but I couldn't tell them anything yet. It pained me to keep silent, but I needed more clues first. If I told them an incomplete version, I'd probably just confuse them. Or should I have tried that nonetheless in hopes they would cooperate? I just realized all of those are certificates. Ugh. No, that was probably a bad idea. We still had a little time. I guess I tried checking the library once, and then go back to meet with everyone. Found ya! Ah! Isuki popped up right in front of my eyes as I tried to leave the room. How? I was worried, so I came looking for you. Yasunari and the others are worried, too. I'm sorry. Are you alone? Yeah, it seems I got separated from Shibaya somewhere. I see. I imagine that Yasunari stayed behind while the other two came looking for me. Orimoto Isuki. I wasn't sure what to think about him yet. He seemed a bit odd, though I couldn't put to words how. In any case, I was glad Ayana turned out to be okay. Why did you wander... Ow, my neck. Why did you wander off alone all of a sudden? Did something happen? I wanted to pick up something I left behind. Is that so? You could have told us, you know. I'm sorry. Wasn't he curious why I was in this room? That's a comfy looking chair. I want to curl up in that chair and sleep forever. Or was he masking it on purpose? He must have had a billion questions for me. You live in your own world, Kamiya. And here I thought you were chasing after Ayana with me. I knew you would catch up to her. You don't care about a bunch of fools you just met.
That's not true.
I'm sorry. Don't glare at me like that. I was just fooling around. Anyway, since it seems you found your thing, how about we get back to the others? Yeah, there was definitely something odd about him. I couldn't tell him anything if he wouldn't ask. Guess I would have to wait a little before visiting the library. Ah, we have to recover Sumika. Yeah, I hope we'll meet her on our way back. I couldn't help but notice that you don't seem very unnerved. It was as though he didn't realize we were in danger at all. Or that he genuinely didn't care if any of us got hurt. That was the extent of how unnaturally fearless he seemed to me. Isuki made a surprised face for a second, but it soon turned into a smile. Ah, really? Yeah, I guess I got a bit excited. Excited? Yeah, I mean, I'm really interested in the 7 mysteries. I see. I wondered if that was all. Ah, speaking of which, did you know? That this very school is one of the 7 mysteries. What? Hey! Hey! What? No, come back here! Grrr. Ah, Orimoto-senpai and Komi! I'm sorry, were you alright?
I was alright, but also totally scared, okay?
Maybe you should have tried breaking the window with your screams after all.
Hey, that was a joke, okay? Just so we're on the same page.
And actually, I didn't want to raise my voice too much. I mean, whoever assaulted us might still be lurking around. Ah, that's right. You're not thinking things through, Isuki. I'll be more careful from now on. Anyway, since we found Ryo-senpai and all, how about heading back? Just because you got the monkey off your back doesn't mean the circus is... We're back! Wait, the fuck? What was that about a monkey? What? Were you talking about heroin? Because the last I knew that monkey on your back is slang for shooting horse. Ow. I tried to do the shooting horse motion and I hurt myself. Oh, it's finally dark outside. Isuki interrupted Ayana's routine. Ah, welcome back. I see you found her. I'm sorry for wandering off. I'm glad you're okay. What happened? She said she noticed a suspicious shadow as she was chasing Ayana, and since she thought I could catch Ayana on my own, she decided to go after that instead. Ah! Excuse me. Really? Did you lose it? I think I was just seeing things. I see. I think you should be a bit more careful, you know. Liar! Liar, 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 liar! Liar! I'm sorry. So then there really was someone else here besides us. Komiya seemed to be staring at Isuki. I wonder if something happened between these two. Oh, sorry. So what were you talking about just now? I was listening to her stand-up comedian impressions. That's pretty hardcore. I can do more! Ayana seemed to be back to normal. I wonder if that thing earlier was really just a random fit after all. Now that we were all assembled, it might have been the time to ask Ayana exactly what happened in the toilet, but everyone seemed to have a hard time bringing it up. Or maybe they were just trying to avoid any further scares. Huh? Where'd you get that doll, Ryo? Turned to Komiya to see a weird stuffed animal in her hands. I don't think she had that before. Ah! I remembered I left it nearby and went to pick it up. You brought this? Yes, I like him very much. I can put all sorts of things in him too. He's very useful. He's a great hiding place for my dildos. This weird thing? He's not weird! She gave me an indignant look. Okay, seemed she really liked her creepy thing. Ayana, is that thing supposed to be cute? I think it's pretty cute. Is that, creepy cute kind of thing? Oh yeah? Apparently it was supposed to be cute after all. Oh, come on! You gotta make that joke! You gotta make that joke, fool! You gotta make it! Komiya dexterously attached the stuffed animal to her belt and faced us. What? What belt? Anyway, Komiya and I talked about what we should do on our way back. Yeah?
Wait, how come I've heard nothing about that?
I'm sorry, I thought I'd tell you together with everyone later. Anyway, since we've got nothing else to do at this point, we thought we might as well try investigating the 7 mysteries. The 7 mysteries. Ayana parroted his words. I mean, the 7 mysteries seem to be involved with both our school and the festival. Perhaps we can find a hint or two among them, don't you think? Yeah, I see your point. When Rio said she could fit lots of things inside her stuffed animal, I made a joke about a dildo. Because when you stuff things in something, you must make a dildo joke. It is a law of the universe. Although I felt he had an ulterior motive here. So, if everyone is against the idea, I'll step down, but I guess I've got nothing against it. Me neither. Me neither. Though I'm a bit scared. Yesterday she was totally into it. I guess a lot has happened to her today. Seems like my suggestion has been approved. Alright, let's check them in order then. Whee! Sumika behaved like a child before a field trip. Seemed like she was pretty into the idea. And let's start with the trite stuff, like that thing in the music room. Okay, I'm not too knowledgeable about these, but so you take the lead, Isuki.
Ayana-senpai, both Agusa and I-senpai are here. It's all gonna be totally okay. If you want, we can hold hands. No!
Huh? That happened when Sumika tried taking Ayana's hand. Ayana knocked Sumika's hand off with a scream. Ah! She then gasped and shifted her eyes to Sumika.
Sorry, I was out of line, right? I guess it was a bit early for me to try and do that.
You've got to clear all those flags and all.
Flags? I'm gonna adopt a slower strategy here, so, I guess I'll shut up now.
She seemed to be trying a bit too hard to seem like it was nothing. I'm sorry, it's not your fault, Sumika, I swear.
I don't know!
That might be a certain type of video game reference. Because in a visual novel like this one, your actions create flags. Depending on what you say, it'll either go one way or the other. Like, all of our decisions up to this point have been 2. Do we do this thing or do we not do this thing? Although last thing I remember, we got up to a decision that was 3 questions and then we never got back. So she might just be making a reference to that you have to... Because I think there are a couple of games where you can trigger a flag, but then shortly afterward you can realize you triggered it and do something to take that trigger back. So, don't worry about it. As outwardly cheerful as she was, Sumika moved closer to Komiya with a somewhat miserable air around her. Ayana, are you sure you're okay? I don't even know anymore, but I'll try to keep myself together. I wasn't sure what to say. And just after I thought we made up, I couldn't help reaching out and patting her head. Oh, that's a face. Ayana flushed and silently thanked me, with a hint of remorse about her. After that, we took some distance from each other, and followed Isuki into the music room. And by the way, that's why we're going a little overlong. I'm trying to make it back to the place where, we cut off the first time. The 3 flags, 3 answers to the question. So, speaking of a mystery in a music room, I wonder if it's something like a piano that plays on its own at night. Sumika turned to Isuki the moment we entered the room. That's a pretty common rumor in other places, but our school is a little bit different. Huh? I decided to keep my mouth shut and listen to these two. I wasn't too knowledgeable about the whole mysteries business. I gave Komiya and Ayana a look. The former was curiously looking all around the classroom, while the latter just listened to the two speak with obvious anxiety on her face. We got a school hymn, right? Isuki just started in a cheerful tone. The song we all sang during the opening ceremony, right? Yeah, it's always someone from the preparation community that has to play the piano accompaniment. That's right. Indeed. someone from the committee was playing today. I didn't know it was a rule, though. But up until a few years ago, that wasn't the case at all. Why do you think that is? Did some accident happen, maybe? Thinking about it normally, Sumika's guess was pretty reasonable. Yeah, I suppose. But then, what kind of accident do you think it was? Isuki. Blech. Well. There we go! Okay! 1 hour and 15 minutes in, we finally made it to the point where we were when we abandoned it the first fucking time. High fives all around! One for Chad, one for Luke, one for Star, and one for Davey. And one for me. We made it. So, I'll see you all back here next Tuesday, and hopefully we'll be on. Excuse me. Angie will be here, and we will have 5 people, so we won't end up with a tie. But for now. The question was, why do you think it became a rule for someone from the committee to play the piano on Miniature Festival Day? So, we will answer that question next week. So, until next time, this is Sylvie, signing off.